Hi my little puffins and welcome to this video. In today's video I'm gonna talk about art block and what it means and the difference between having an art block as a hobby artist and an art block as a professional artist. So let's just jump right into it. So art block, does it exist? Art block is the definition of the following: not having the motivation to draw, even if you really want to draw, believe you lack the skill to draw or create what you want, or simply lack ideas of what to draw. Art block is a real thing, and the word is even in the dictionary, just like writer's block. But what's the difference between the art block for a hobby artist and for one who has it as a job? Well, for the amateur, you can draw whatever and whenever you want. Drawing is supposed to be a fun and relaxing activity for you after you come home from school or your work. A time when you get your alone time and can do whatever you want. If you don't feel like doing art, there is nothing forcing you. Just take a break if that is what you need. It's a good practice to force yourself into drawing once in a while, because it prepares you if you want to pursue art as a future career. And if you are a professional artist, art is no longer a hobby, and you lose the privilege of saying, I can draw whatever I want today. You cannot postpone a deadline. If a deadline is set, you have to draw, even if you are right in the middle of an art block. If you don't get the art done by the end of the day, neither will you see any money coming in on that bank account of yours to pay your bills. And always make sure you have a couple of free days before a deadline. This is to make sure if you get an art block or something unpredictable happens, you have some days to spare just in case. Some people might experience art blocks, some doesn't. But here are some of my theories behind why I believe that artists get into art blocks. For example, when I was young, back in the 90s, when the computer and the internet was just a baby basically, I drew like a maniac and I never experienced art block. I had nature as my reference, I had photos in magazines, stills from animations, and that was it. I didn't have anything more. I never faced an art block until the World Wide Web opened its door for me. Today we are constantly surrounded by internet, and we are just one click away to find that amazing artwork to be amazed by, but the click away can also be the reason behind your art block. When you are surrounded by thousand upon thousand of amazing art, this might discourage your mojo because maybe you do not believe you are as good as other artists out on the web. We like to compare ourselves to others and wish that we were someone else. And by doing this, you're making a tiny hole in your own balloon of creativity, and the only person this really hurts is yourself. So how do you get around an art block? Here are some tips that I have made and which has helped me a bit on the way to get over art blocks. So here are some tips on how to get your mojo back. Go take a break and return stronger. Get out and see something new. Don't look at others' artwork because this might discourage you. Look instead at either photos or real-life references. This applies if you know you get discouraged by looking at art, like I do for example. Do something else which you enjoy doing. Visit a remote place where you can be alone. Plug in your headphones, lean back and close your eyes and let your imagination take over. Talk to someone who inspires you. And critique your own artwork, but you are only allowed to say positive things about it. And also, most important, always have lots of sketches ready waiting for you. So if you are in an art block, you can't sketch for the life out of you. You still have some sketches that are good, that you can work with. You don't have to sketch, you have already done it on a good day when you could sketch. Today you can't sketch. So you take an already finished sketch and just keep on working with that and do the things that can encourage you again to return to sketching maybe the next day. So always have sketches ready so you can just work on that instead of the one you're working on currently. So always have a little stash of sketches ready. Look at it this way. Art block is like playing a video game. Imagine you are stuck on a level. Easily done. The more frustration you have in the gameplay, the harder you make it for yourself to complete the level, But if you take a break, say 10 minutes or so, to cool off, you will notice you are more likely to finish the level just because you took a break and did something else for a while. Same goes with art. When things doesn't turn out the way you want it, let it rest for a while and get back at it again, and don't give up. That is basically what you have to do. I am absolutely not saying that if you can't draw one day, you're just to ignore it. I'm not gonna draw today. No, don't do that. Do like this instead. If you don't feel like drawing, you just feel like everything turns out like crap and it doesn't end up like you want it to be, leave it. Just get out of the room, leave the art behind, take a break, 1 hour. I guarantee you when you come back, you will look at the artwork a little bit differently and you can judge it more correctly than 1 hour before. So I'm not saying that you are just to take the day off and not doing the art. Just give it a little time and return to the same art and try again. Because it's the same like with video games. If you're stuck at a level, leave it and come back an hour later and you will most likely be able to finish the level. I really hope that I could pump up your inspiration a little bit with this video. And if you yourself have any creative ideas or tips on how to go through an art block, comment down below, encourage each other, and really stay positive, because art block is negative, so we have to be positive about it. I really just want to see positive comments down below that we are encouraging each other and helping each other in this subject, because art blocks is hell for an artist. It's not a fun thing to go through, and it's really painful and it's really discouraging. So happy comments down below and let's stay positive. So yeah, I hope I gave you some inspiration and some courage to go on with your art. If you have any thoughts or maybe questions to me, it's just a comment down below and I will try to answer the best I can and to the best of my ability. But here are some previous videos you can check out, and if you like this video, thumbs up, I really appreciate it. And to make sure you're not missing out on any content, don't forget to subscribe, and I see you in the next one. Bye my little puffins!